And welcome to another episode of Making Dough Show. I'm Hangam, your host, and so happy to be chatting with you today about how to be a leader in the community, especially as a restaurant owner or a restaurant professional. If this is your first time here, know that on this show we talk about restaurant marketing a lot because we believe that sales can cure many of the issues we have in this business. Now, it can't cure all issues, but we need to be obsessed with growing our sales. And that has been our approach when it comes to our restaurants. And that is the premise of this show. So if you're into that, if you want to grow your sales and grow your profits, and not only that, own a restaurant that does not own you, so be sure to subscribe to the show. Let's talk about why does this matter? Who cares being a restaurant leader, and particularly in the beginning years when you're surviving this business, when you're not making enough profits, when you're below break even. This may not really matter for you as much at this time. However, it's good to hear because I feel like that's the vision where you and I need to be in. So it's good to talk about it. So a leader ultimately is a person who leads or commands a group or an organization or a country, right? You could be a president or own a restaurant. At the end of the day, you and I are leaders. We're leading our organization. We're leading our team. It doesn't matter the size of your team. It could be one or two or 50 or 100. It doesn't matter. You are a leader. And personally, the fact, we own a couple restaurants here in the San Antonio, Texas area. And for me, I wholeheartedly believe that a small business can have a huge impact. And that is something that I stand for in the community. And so if you're a restaurant owner, no matter the size, again, we talked about you are a leader. So the question again I have for you, what do you stand for? I was trying to tell you about my passion for small business. One of the things that happens for us in our community here in Texas, where we're located, is that as a whole, Texas is franchise driven. People want convenience. They want what they're familiar with, and they want more of that which they know, right? They real passionate about that. And that's why it is very franchise driven. And we could talk about that another time. But we believe that the flavor of a town comes from local business, local restaurants, particularly since we're biased toward restaurant owners right here and restaurants. But it's something that we believe in. So what is it that you stand for in your community? Maybe you're into pets and you have a stance and a position when it comes to pets. I don't know about different charities and different things that goes on in your community as best you know. But it is important for you and I to focus and again, know what we stand for and have a voice and use our voice wisely. And another thing, I spoke about this once in a show that we talked about. One of our strategy in 2019 when it comes to marketing was to be way more involved in our community. I shot this show months ago as we're approaching the end of 2019. And that is, a leader is a connector. When you're able to connect different people groups, you become a leader. And as a restaurant owner or a restaurant professional, could be a manager, it doesn't matter. You and I are connected to different communities. One being the community at our restaurant, our staff, right? The other one being the community of our ccustomers, right? Our customers, some of us serve thousands and thousands of customers. And some of us, hopefully all of you as well, are part of a business community, right? Maybe it's a local chamber of commerce, maybe it's your Lions Club, Rotary Club, networking groups. There are business communities, and you're able to connect the business community to your customers and or your customers to your people. And that is a tremendous privilege to be in this position. And again, being a leader and being a connector. So one of the reasons that I'm talking about this, for one, I'm very passionate about this, and I believe that you and I need to be heavily involved in our community in all aspects as much as we can, especially as restaurant professionals, is because yesterday our restaurant was awarded the Small Business of the Year, which simply is a token of representing a small business that has been heavily involved in trying to make a difference in the community. And again, it's a privilege and an honor for us to receive that award. And this is the third year that we've received this award, and we have been in business for 5 years. And that goes to say, again, being focused, knowing your voice, knowing what you stand for. And also this year, I've also was nominated and I was voted in. I'm very passionate about this in becoming a board member at our local Chamber of Commerce. And because I believe that as a small business, as a small business owner, I represent other small business owners. And if I want us to have a voice, I need to be up there and be a voice, right? So the question again I have for you, what are you passionate about? And if there's one thing I'd like you to take out of this particular show that we're chatting about this, is that know your voice and know you have power in the community. And that is the beauty of America as a small business owner. And if you and I are not out there fighting for our people group, no one will, right? In the board member thing that I'm part of, there are folks from banks, there are folks from other franchise restaurants that are there, and they are to fight for who they represent, right? And we are to represent our people. So I want to leave you with 3 actionables that if you're like, okay, 3 ways that I can be a leader in our community starting today is this. First, you need to own it. You need to know that you are a leader, that your role in the community matters. The fact that I don't care if it's a 500 square foot restaurant, it doesn't matter. You are a leader in the community. Your voice matters, and you need to be proud of it, especially in this day and age. It is hard to sustain a business and restaurant. So I commend you and I admire you for being in this business. So own it and be proud of it. The second thing is that you need to be actively involved. And one of the things you can do is look up, you can Google it unless you already know it, your local chamber of commerce. Again, there are Lions Club, there's Rotary clubs, and you can simply attend one of the local luncheons that happen every single month. You can just look that up and attend a luncheon. Another thing you can do, as always, and I talk about this a million times on this show, is take some of your food and go to their offices and drop your food for free and shake some hands, get to know them, pass out your business card, figure out what is going on in the community, which leads me to the third way. Again, join your Chamber of Commerce. The third way that you can be a leader is that you need to be always on the lookout for different opportunities that happen in your town. And I'm going to go over 3 opportunities that are happening on a daily basis in your community that if you're not focused, if you're not looking for them, you probably have not seen them. But if you are intentional about it, you'd be surprised the amount of opportunities that you have right now in your community to be a leader as a restaurant professional. So the first opportunity is to bless others with your food. People reach out to us all the time that there is a family in need, maybe they had a death or a house was on fire in the community, and they're putting up meal trains. And a lot of times they reach out to us and if we would be willing to donate some food, and we're happy to do that always. Beyond that, I'm always on the lookout. Another thing I do all the time is I'm involved in our local Facebook groups. I'm listening, I'm looking, I'm reading, I'm trying to figure out what is going on in this town. And you'd be surprised how much it affects your sales, right? If something is going on in town, it affects your sales. So let's be real. We live here. This is how it works. But as you listen for different things, opportunities come up where people are saying, hey, this is going on in the community. We're trying to honor this veteran who's retiring. We're looking for donations, or something with the school, or it's a dance, or something's going on. Then you simply can, as these opportunities come up, you directly reach out to people and say, hey, I'm the owner of, or I'm the manager of so-and-so restaurant. I hear this is going on. We would love to be involved. We'd be happy to, donate some food. A lot of times I say we'd be happy to donate up to 10 pizzas. We're in the pizza business. So now they may have 200 volunteers. We may not be able to serve everybody and give out that much free food, and that's not the point. But I reach out and say, we'd be happy to donate up to 10 pizzas if you're up for it. And a lot of times it happens, many times, that again, I do it out of our goodwill. We're trying to sow some goodwill in the community, but they come back and say, well, fantastic, thanks for donating the 10. We can buy another 10, and that would feed that many people. So a lot of times people, again, you want to reciprocate, and you know that, but find for opportunities where you can bless people with your good and delicious food. The second opportunity you have is to partner with other businesses. This is something that we have used tremendously in the last 5 years to serve our people, our customers. And here's how we've done it. For example, in our case, again, we own pizzerias. We serve a lot of families with young kids. On Tuesdays and Saturdays, we have something we call BYOP, which is our Build Your Own Pizza Nights for children, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. If you want to stop by, it's a lot of fun. We do birthday BYOPs and all kinds of that. But we have like a business locally that they do, like you may have one of those, painting with a twist, or it's like a pottery class thing for little kids. And we partner with businesses like this, and we host events in our large patio. They bring their people, they promote the event to their customers, and we put like a pizza and pottery event, or we put a pizza and painting event where I'm able to serve another local business owner and have them tap into our customers. And not only that, not just, hey, here's a coupon, but rather, again, create this unique experience that people are not going to get anywhere else, where they can come in with their families, and the kids get to build their own pizza and they eat it and all of that, and they get to take a piece of pottery that they make, or a painting or something like that is guided painting. I don't know if you're familiar with some of those, and partner with them. And again, we're not competing with a local business like the ones I'm mentioning to you, right? And looking for opportunities to bless another fellow business owner and mutually create this mutually beneficial relationship. We've done this for years, and we love doing that. We partner with our realtors, we partner with our local dentists, all kinds of that. We can talk about it in the future. Let me know if you're interested in that. I do have a free guide. It's a lot of pages. I don't know how many, but it is 52 ways to grow your restaurant sales. I'm going to put the link down below, and you can just go and grab that PDF. And the reason for 52 is because my goal was one idea that you can implement every single week to grow your sales. I know you're very busy, so hopefully you have time for one idea a week, right? I mean, let's be real. So that was the second opportunity. The other one is another thing that we do. So one thing is partnership. As I mentioned, partnering is in terms of helping creating an experience for your customers, mutual beneficial. It's like a partnership. The other way that we also always look for opportunities is to help other business owners, not necessarily in the way that we're going to benefit from it, right? So let me talk about it. I'm always on the lookout to figure out how we can help other businesses grow their sales, because if I can help them grow their sales, and the economy of the town is a better economy, right? And a lot of times and this is something else that you need to embody and believe in as a restaurant owner, that you have so many skill sets that people don't have, right? As many as taking care of customer complaints, a lot of legal HR issues. You already know, maybe a lot of marketing things that you have to do. We work the ground a lot, right, as restaurant owners. And maybe your local orthodontics, with their average ticket of $4,000, I know your average ticket is maybe 20 to 30, they could benefit from you giving them ideas as to how they can grow their sales. I'm always looking for allies in the community, and my allies, it could be business owners, it could be different people groups of our customers. And guess what? A lot of those folks that are fellow business owners, they end up telling me all the time how their family loves coming to our business. So know that a lot of the folks who are your fellow business owners locally are also your customers. So you being generous and having this mindset of looking for opportunities to serve fellow business owners, it will equally help you grow your sales, because as these families do better in whatever their businesses, they have more money to spend, and you were able to build those goodwill, and they come back and want to do business with you. And even if you don't, you know that you are a leader, because that's who you are. You help other folks out, especially, I'm slightly biased, as I mentioned, I am pro small business, and that is my voice. That's what I stand for. I'm committed for it. So what inspired this show was, again, the fact that, our restaurants, thanks to our team that works incredibly hard to serve our customers day in and day out, and, receiving that Small Business of the Year award. And I hope you win that award sometimes. If you have, I would love to hear about it. As always, I'm one email away. You can email me at makingdoughshow@gmail.com. Let me know your thoughts. You got questions. There are any ways I can serve you, let me know, and would love to serve you. So yeah, Thank you so much. I hope you're super busy today, and let's get back to work and make some dough. Bye.